Hey everybody, welcome back. Talking today about bugging out. Last time we did a video talking about some of the benefits to the idea of bugging in and staying put. Today we're going to flip that and talk about some of the possible benefits of choosing to bug out. And again, there's no wrong answer here. I know a lot of people like to butt heads about the concept. Oh, you're a fool if you bug in. Oh, you're an idiot if you bug out. Whatever. It's all a matter of your preference and whatever's going on at the time. That's one of those things that you have to decide in the moment. Okay, can I stay put or should I just get the hell out of here? You have to decide. It's your choice, and either one of those choices could be the right one for you depending upon your circumstances. And also emphasizing, before we even get into this, if you are going to bug out, if you plan to, you better have somewhere to go. All right, just keep that in mind, that you better have some place to go. So you want to bug out. What is the benefits to this? First of all, you could be, number one, you could be escaping the disaster. Whatever's going down, part of the idea of bugging out is to be able to get away from that. And we're not talking about just like a temporary disaster like an earthquake or a hurricane or something like that. We're talking about something that's going to be a long-term SHTF situation, a long-term grid down situation, something that you assume is going to be going on for a long period of time, and you don't want to be there while that's all going down. This is an opportunity for you to get out, possibly even before it jumps off. Maybe you have somewhere to go and you're like, oh, I'm going to get ahead of this, and you can get away. Run away, if you will. Run away with your supplies or whatever you have, your family, and go to wherever you are headed for. Number two, assuming your bug out location is someplace that is secluded. You're secluded from everybody. There's going to be no people around. You're going to be by yourselves. And there's safety in that. You feel safe knowing that there's no one else around, that you're on your own wherever you are. Most of the time, a bug out location, it's going to be a cabin somewhere. Maybe somebody has a cave, hidden away, a bunker somewhere in the woods that they have made arrangements for. So that seclusion, with that seclusion comes a sense of safety and security that a lot of people would enjoy while the rest of the world is burning. In that seclusion, which bleeds into number three, is possibly better access to resources. When assuming that you have a lot of stuff put up at your bug out location, on top of that, if it is like a country or a wooded setting, you may have access to water there. You may have access to fertile ground that you can grow crops on. You may have access to hunting out there that you would not have being closer to urban environments, being closer to the city, because as people start to starve out, they'll eat everything that walks, swims, or crawls. All the local fishing holes, which by the way are seeded fishing holes, seeded by the county, paid for with your fishing license, are going to be empty in a couple of days. You won't be able to find a squirrel or a pigeon anywhere. People will gobble it all up and they'll chase it away, but if you're far enough away, you may have better access to a lot of resources. I don't know if you had any points on any of those yet?
No, not really. I mean, you hit all of the points, just escaping and having seclusion and just making sure that everything is set up, that, again, we've said it millions of times before, you have a location, not just, I'm going in the mountains.
Yeah, and doing what? Go,
or
just hang out.
I know of a cave, actually have a place to go.
Have something in mind. Which kind of ties into number four, and all of these sort of tie together, is if you are gone, no one will be looking for you. You don't have to worry about that knock on the door from FEMA or from the CDC or from the National Guard. Nobody will be looking for you. You will be on your own. It's less likely that way out deep in the middle of nowhere that anybody's going to turn up than if you're in an urban environment.
Also with that, and it could be a benefit, help is not coming out there. So that means
Yeah.
if you're deep out in the country woods somewhere, way up in the mountains, you know, the National Guard might not come there looking for survivors or stuff. And sometimes that's what you want.
Yeah.
So
I don't want your help. Remember what Reagan said. The 9 most frightening words in the English language, if I'm not paraphrasing too much. I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want your help. Thank you very much. Which, of course, ties in with number 5. You can avoid the aftermath of whatever's going down. You can avoid that. You can avoid the burning out of control city. You can avoid the hordes of starving people ransacking from apartment to apartment and from house to house. You don't have to fight your way through that. You are less likely to run into anyone again, like I had mentioned previously. Someone may turn up at your cabin, but it's not likely to be a mob of 300 people that you're going to have to deal with. It's not likely to be 30 guys from the National Guard. You know what I mean? So you can avoid that aftermath. And again, without resources, if a fire started in the city, it could rage out of control with no way to stop it. And then here I am with no way to protect my house. That's something really to consider. And of course, you just knew I had one more for you, didn't you? Call it number 6, if you will. It's an opportunity to start over, which is what I think a lot of us would really desire. It's an opportunity to start over. You know what? If it goes on long enough, you don't have to go back. You might like it right there, living a simple life, living like Little House on the Prairie in the middle of nowhere. That may be what you want. That may be your first real taste of freedom in your entire life, because none of us are truly free. We have a lot of privileges that are allowed to us by our government through the Constitution while it stands, but they are just privileges regardless of when they tell us that we're entitled to it or not. Yeah, you're entitled to it. Good luck trying to get it, because it's a constant fight and a constant struggle against the powers that be, and that's not just in the United States, that's everywhere. Nobody is really truly free. That may be your first real taste, your real sense of freedom. You may not want to go back. That may be the ideal life for you, and it might be nice. That might be nice, your own little sanctuary in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and you know, as long as you get along with whoever you're with, it might be perfect.
A good opportunity to start over, your own little Adam and Eve scenario. Thoughts? Any thoughts about that? I'm sure that some people have something they want to say. Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments section down below. Please do give the video a thumbs up if you got something out of it. We hope you did. Share it if you can. Subscribe if you're new. Probably the only way it will get seen is for you to share it. This channel is very heavily oppressed by ScrewTube. If you are new to the channel and you're wondering what's the deal with the cat images, they are strays that my wife and I take care of, and images of them in the videos actually help with the loading algorithm on ScrewTube, because they prefer you look at cute animals, then think for yourself. If you wanted to help the channel out, there are links for that down below. Every little bit helps, and we sure do appreciate it. And if that's it, then what more can I say but stay frosty, folks, and thanks for watching.